قابلكم شينا أنا وين يقرأ المخون رمسج الخنا ناطر كسبت سيتة أمتنا سيتة متوى أمتنا يا عطراية ستانسلاس خامن مرخطانة خرزة خارج سهدة أمتا عطرايتا أنا بتمقروينا خرزة إتلالي لشانا عطرايا وميقرتا صار يكشو بتمقروالي قاتوخن لشانا إنجلسنا خرزة إتيو بتحاول مقروة بتربي لشانا إنجلس وسورة وبطلبوا من أخرى قمريتو بينا وسبب إتنرابة أرخي مخراية إتيو عمان وسبريتو الحل تروي سامي بتحاول بيشو تهمة خرزة أحرمشا يوم رئيسة بيتمتوا أمتنا عطراية ستانسلاس أم سيفيك كلاب تورلوك وإتلن رابط ينتج منتا بورتا أم يبورتا رومينا بورتوغالي فبسمتا تمثيل الجميلة شواب من جوانك الخامات دينا أما نديو بتحيري من دا presentation إتلن خزيتو خدشخينا.
My name is Sarah Isho and I'm the Executive Secretary of the Assyrian National Council of Stanislaus. I will be one of the Master of Ceremonies for tonight's commemoration. This evening's program will be presented in both the Assyrian and English languages. Out of respect, we ask that you please wait until both Assyrian and English portions are fully concluded before moving forward. Tonight's Martyrs' Day commemoration is hosted by the Assyrian National Council of Stanislaus in collaboration with the Assyrian American Civic Club of Turlock. We would also like to thank Romina Portoverdi, the Chair of Education and Culture of the Assyrian American Civic Club of Turlock, for all of her help in putting together tonight's event.
هدية بسم لكم كارث الأقلام أتواتد أمريكا والأرض.
Please stand for the presentation of the American and Assyrian flags.
بسمع لكم بشكلية تخذ دقيقة شليوتا بالإقارة سهدة.
Before we continue, as you are standing, please join us in observing a moment of silence for our Assyrian martyrs.
هدية بتمقروا إن pledge of allegiance لشانة إنجلس. I pledge allegiance to the flag and of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, and one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for Solemn Shubachan. Solemn Shubachan, Sultat Slawatan, Rushmat Dayutan, At Iwat Mughibti, Atin Khadouta, Bimromat Khayruta, Bimaya Wind Baruya Khanana Tawa, Min Kull Gani, Min Kull Ruhi, Al Madha Qadishta, Dokhin Kull Itli. كمد إيوان خايا خطط لشلايا بيشت مورنتا بيشت قودشتا تخطلاني تغبرختا العالم شو بختا مجخن رواخاني مجخن ياخاني آتت بد نهرين آطر قدشتا آتت بد نهرين آطر قدشتا.
يا لها فتانا ورحمانا وفخرانا فكل ربي يوبها يوما أتمن لي فتروخة سهد الأمتا أطرافة قبل سعدوتا كلمة تمشي كاتا هي جاء طرافة قداني تطلع أنايل يدك أطورش جبت من دوسانا خيرا وقد شجار وزير من يخش من يغيث إنسانا يوم يكون بخبرينيك يا مريا يوم قاتل تختار لنا المشيان مشيشان نيتن قدتت إيمانوتا أوضف وليتا قاخطبت شم قديشة قائدافا أمتا كل إيمان خير يا مريا كرهور ربي خيرت لن سدت لن مقبت لن كل قطر بخير وقال أردو يوم الخاس السطر ما يقول بخبرينيك صاروا يا مطلابة تجبر مصر بشكل
As President of the Assyrian American Civic Club of Turlock to the stage to open tonight's Martyrs' Day commemoration in the Assyrian language.
نور سهدا الشيش مقاسي شبشان التهدي نشرة طريقة قالوا أنا أدرست من جيبة حدان شو تابوت تراي ترلوك قبل أن نكون كلهم هنا ومقروبة شركة بداها خشة السهل مني يولوا الخيّ بتهيمانتي سبت شيخيتا ومني بشرون بيخي لب رازيوتي أخ هرمس أخونا مناخد هرمس أخونا مناخد مر بنيان شو وخيني يوالون خيّ وتخاطرت أمتي لا بشرون قبيلة لا تقدرون شخص ولا أمتي تخبشتها طلبت مني أخي ورد وخانا يوسف أني نبي يسعى الأمتى بيتنا أشمت أمتى وشلدا أبي تلوبة باسمة شلوخن وبيطين أمتى من مدفع قد شيروا لآبا سلطة شرنشك ميدال لك أخاطراي في همش أواخن جريانة خوبة بينم ما صاحن جمخ ميدال شو دخت برشلية يتم تخمنياتا إنا أراها يولن خوبة قد ما صاحن شو نبتلخ ميدال أيتو مرسي
دبرت متوا امتنايا تورايت ستانسلاس بدخلت خارت إديو لشان إنجلس قارخة أخرايا.
I would now like to introduce Dr. Elizabeth Michaela Huber, President of the Assyrian National Council of Stanislaus, to welcome the non-Assyrian speaking guests to tonight's Martyrs' Day commemoration.
Clergy, esteemed public officials, community leaders and members, and fellow Assyrians. I am honored to be here today as the President of the Assyrian National Council of Stanislaus. Since the year 2000, the Assyrian National Council has served as the umbrella organization representing most of the Assyrian organizations, foundations, and churches in Stanislaus County. I would also like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Assyrian American Civic Club of Turlock, and most especially to Romina Pertaverdi for the continued support of this and so many other events that strengthen our community. Today, as we commemorate Assyrian Martyrs' Day, we remember the many Assyrians who gave their lives because they refused to abandon their faith, their identity, and their nation. From Timurlane to Sayfo, from Simele to ISIS, to more recent persecution and land grabbing, our history has been marked by sacrifice and martyrdom. But today, I don't want to only remember how and why our martyrs died. I want to celebrate what they made possible with their extraordinary courage and unwavering faith. Though many died, we are still here, and that is no small feat. Against all odds, we still speak our ancient language, celebrate our proud heritage, and worship in our beloved churches. This is something given to us by God. Our grandparents arrived from the Middle East with little more than a suitcase in their hands. They dreamed that one day their children might simply have a better life. Yet their grandchildren have even exceeded those dreams. Today, 40% of Assyrians in America have earned a bachelor's degree or higher, exceeding the national average. In one of our largest Assyrian communities, more than 57% own businesses. In Metro Detroit, our community contributes $18 billion to the local economy each year. That is the Assyrian story, not simply about survival, but about achievement and excellence. Today, that excellence can be seen across every field of society. Patrick Bet-David, who I've mentioned before, has become a household name, reaching millions through his YouTube platform. Business mogul Zaya Yonan has built multiple global enterprises starting from very humble beginnings. Scholars like Professor Sargun Donabed have become internationally respected authorities on Assyrian history and identity. Visionaries like Terrence Malick, one of the most acclaimed filmmakers of our time, have left an enduring mark on the world of cinema. Yet our greatest success is not found in all these well-known names. It is found in every Assyrian teacher, doctor, engineer, clergy, artist, student, and parent who proudly carries our identity into the future. Every child who learns our language, every family that preserves our traditions, and every young person who proudly says, "I am Assyrian," is another victory for our nation. Many wanted to erase our name from history, yet they never could have imagined what they would inspire instead. Assyrians who rise, contribute, and flourish all over the world. Throughout history, others have tried to erase our nation. Today, our greatest responsibility lies in preserving our identity for future generations. This card that I hold in my hand, that I recognize that you can't see from wherever you might be sitting, this is a very important card because it provides documented proof that I am Assyrian. If today's message is that our ancestors refused to let our nation die, then our responsibility now is to ensure that their legacy continues to live on. I invite each and every one of you to visit AssyrianID.com to learn more about this very important project and to become part of preserving our nation's future. Thank you, and may God bless our martyrs, our people, and our Assyrian nation.
هدية مريسة وخا برزنتيشن تشقيتنايا قد مضي يخلقون خجبت تشقيتا يتشوى من برمي وقتل دينويرة بشقات ورايا ودنت رجداري خرايا من شيدة 1840 هل شيدة تراك وشوصر هدي بالطلب من دن الشوى عليمة دينا مريسة رومينا داتي البيمة.
We have prepared a historical presentation which guides you through 7 genocides and massacres that the Assyrian nation has endured in recent centuries, from the 1840s all the way to 2017. I would like for our young volunteers to take their places on the stage.
Massacres of Bedar Khan Bey, 1843 to 1847. From 1843 to 1847, Assyrians living in the Hekati mountains faced terrible attacks, and many villages were destroyed at the hands of Kurdish troops led by Amir of Botan, Bedar Khan Bey. Between 10,000 and 15,000 Assyrians were killed, enslaved, or forced to leave their homes. In reaction to these massacres, government control over the area tightened, and the long-lasting existence of the Assyrian people has an independent body in the mountains of Hakkari and Bey.
The Badaba Khur Massacre, 1895. In 1895, nearly 25,000 Assyrians were killed in Diyarbakir and the surrounding villages during a period of violence against Christians in the Ottoman Empire. The violence against Christians began when a group of Armenians protested against the Kurdish tribe, who demanded payment of the jizya, or non-Muslim tax, from the local Christian population. When the Ottoman Sultan heard about the protests, he deemed it a rebellion and sent the Ottoman army to support the Kurdish tribes. After clashes began between the Armenians and Kurds, the Kurdish tribes descended upon the Assyrian and Armenian villages surrounding Diyarbakir, and the massacre continued for 46 days.
Sayfo, 1914 to 1920. Known as the Year of the Sword, Sayfo was a period of mass killing and deportation of Assyrians from southern eastern Turkey and northwestern Iran by Ottoman forces and some Kurdish tribes during World War I. And those who did not perish from the killings died from the disease or exposure on the nearly 500-mile journey from Hakkari to Bakuba, the refugee camp that was established for Assyrian refugees in 1918. The number of Assyrians that lost their lives is estimated to be around 250,000 to 300,000, roughly 50 to 75% of the total Assyrian population.
The Simele Massacre, August 7, 1933. In August 1933, Assyrians in Simele and surrounding villages were attacked by the Iraqi army. Approximately 6,000 Assyrians were killed during the 4-day massacres, and August 7th is now remembered each year as Assyrian Martyrs Day. Raphael Lemkin was influenced to coin the term genocide by the events of the Simele Massacre.
The Iraqi Civil War, 2006 and 2017. After the 2003 invasion of Iraq, Assyrian Christians faced violence including kidnappings, church bombings, and assassinations. Many families were forced to leave their communities in places like Baghdad, Mosul, and Nineveh Plains. And about 1.5 million Assyrians, nearly 3 times the population of Stanislaus County, were displaced during this period.
Sajjad al-Najjad Church Massacre, October 31st, 2010. On October 31st, 2010, 6 suicide bombers attacked Sajjad al-Najjad Church in Baghdad during Sunday evening mass, taking worshippers hostage. 58 people, including priests, women, and children, were killed during the attack, and 72 were injured.
ISIS, the ethnic cleansing of Nineveh Plains, 2014. In 2014, ISIS attacked the Assyrian headland in northern Iraq, forcing more than 150,000 Assyrians to flee their homes. Churches and monasteries were destroyed and families were forced to leave communities that have existed for nearly 2,000 years.
I'd like to add a little bit more to what they just spoke. We have seven poster boards here that just touch on what our volunteers spoke about. As you can tell, these are just only 7 that we picked that I thought were the biggest in just the past 2 centuries. There were countless more, starting from at least the 1300s, the 12th century. As you can see, the Assyrian population today is about 2 million, 2.5 million. Only in 1915 we lost half to 75% of our population. As you can tell, if that one event didn't happen, what our population today could have been, correct? Add all these different attacks together, what the Assyrian population could have been. Some estimates say without any of these attacks, it could be up to 24 million today. Some mathematician did that number. But, what could have been, no one knows. But what is today is that, you can see on our 8th poster board, we are still here. Thank you. The Assyrians are a proud people, are a resilient people. As Dr. Liz mentioned in her speech, a successful people. One community, the Assyrian community in Detroit, produces $18 billion to the local community, the local economy. Half of Assyrians, the second generation, have bachelor's degrees. We have our problems, every community does. Language retention, everything. But again, we're here to stay. They, like that saying says, they tried to bury us, but they didn't know we were seeds. And we're here to grow. That's all I want to say. I urge all of you guys to, once we finish the program, come take a walk around these poster boards to read and do your own research. There's a lot more information out there than what we could fit on a poster board. Thank you.
إتني قارد أمن إديو إتن بابا كهنة وشماشة واللانة هم إتن نشأ من شلطانة أخدانة وديتا جميع أمن إديو.
We are honored by the presence of the Assyrian priests and clergy who have joined us today, as well as the members and representatives of the many Assyrian organizations, both political and non-political, who are here with us. We are also honored to welcome the many local county and state elected officials, along with their representatives who have joined us today. We are always grateful to open our doors to those who serve our communities and who take time out of their busy schedules to stand with the Assyrian community. Your presence does not go unnoticed. The members of this community remember those who show up, who listen, and who stand with us. Your support means a great deal, and we sincerely thank you for being here today.
هدية طالب من قيومة مدينة تورلوك إيمي بوبلاك طلبت مقروءة حكمة خبرانة لإقالة سادة من قرطة إيمي بوبلاك تعقد البيمة.
At this time, we'd like to welcome Mayor Amy Bublak of Turlock to give some remarks on the Martyrs of Commemorative.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today. I'm humbled by always coming and hearing these just atrocious incidents that occurred to our families, and I say our because I believe I'm part of this community as well. But having said that, having heard Dr. Elizabeth talk about the positive things, I just realized how lucky I am that you came and made Turlock your home and made that so much better. You could have given up, but you chose Turlock and you chose to rise above, and those seeds have grown here, and I'm thankful for that. And that's all I have to say tonight. Thank you.
أبقى يوم مدينة سيفيك هافير لوبيز لبلد مقروء حكمة خبرانة يقرأ هافير تعقد البيمة.
Mayor Javier Lopez of Ceres will also give his remarks on the Martyrs of Commemoration.
Dr. Liz.
Thank you very much. I wanted to be here today for one of the biggest reasons, and that's the same faith that you present today in the Lord is the same faith that I practice as well. And I will always continue to support the Assyrian people, not just in the city of Syria, but across the Central Valley. And it really shows today with what we have talked about historically that you will continue to be here for many generations to come. And I wanted to be here in support and express to myself, express to you that I am here to support you. And also today we have one of our council members, Rosalinda Vieira, who also came here to support you. We also have a presentation. I want to present the president with a certificate on behalf of the city of Ceres. Assyrian National Council of Stanislaus, today we remember the sacrifice and the perseverance of the Assyrian people on Martyrs Day. And the city of Ceres stands in solidarity with you as a Syrian community. Congratulations.
تنتلخينة هنا من مكتوة شلطان خينة ميقرة ليسا من تارو من مكتوة آدم جراي وميقرة فايس مير جيرمايا ويليامز من مودستو تاخدون البيمة.
At this moment, we'd like to invite to the stage local public officials or representatives to present their certificates. Vice Mayor Jeremiah Williams of Modesto and Lisa Montaro, representative from the Office of Adam Gray.
Allow me to say how humbled I am to be here this evening. This is such an important community to me as a person, to our valley, to the 13th Congressional District. Congressman Adam Gray is so supportive of the Assyrian population, is so excited to be able to recognize you in this moment of historical significance. We cannot forget the tragedies that the Assyrian population has suffered through the different centuries. We cannot stand by idly and not recognize the community and what the contributions have been. The Assyrian population here in Stanislaus County and across the U.S. is extraordinary. I'm humbled to be able to be in your presence this evening with recognition from the Congress, and to the Assyrian National Council, to the clergy, to the esteemed Simon Mirza of the Assyrian American Civic Club. This is such an honor to be here this evening, so thank you. And on behalf of the U.S. Congress, I'd like to make a presentation. Thank you so much. Thank
you. Good evening tonight. I'm the Vice Mayor of the City of Modesto, Jeremiah Williams. What's interesting is you would say, well, why would Modesto or Ceres or any of the other cities come and celebrate and commemorate with you? To the Turlock mayor, there's a revelation that they all don't live in Turlock. So on behalf of the city of Modesto, would like to give a certificate of this particular occasion. And I always think that it's important to always remember. You can remember the good, but we should also remember the bad. Because that's the balance that helps us be who we are today. Thank you, sir. So without any further ado, you've heard a lot today, and my heart goes out to those who were martyrs. The Assyrian National Council of Stanislaus County. Yeah, that was it. On behalf of the city, Modesto City Council, we would like to express our deepest respect for the Assyrian Martyrs Day commemoration. Did you want me to say that?
Yeah, please. Okay.
On this day, August 7, 2026.
Assyrian National Council at Stanislaus, Atnani Wachlacha Gadiochun, so any certificates, Lena Kadi, Lena Gamutwiti, and Lena Kuluntan, Alturayat, Turlock, Modesto, Series, Stanislaus County. How would you know about
همتن ترى من تاني عطرايا من بيت صوبة ستانسلاس كتورلوك طليبنت مقروي حكمة خبرانة بخاطرة ملتاني وبرخاني عطرايا بيت صوبة نسمع لكم يقرأ جيسون بورتوفاردي وراميكا جيفارجيس بعد البو أقدم.
We are pleased to have two Assyrian faculty and staff representatives from California State University of Stanislaus among us today. I would like to welcome Jason Portoverdi and Ramika Givargizi Badabu.
Shalom alochon kilochon yoyich sharaf b'cha denach mintam min kilochon ket a program tutun giyuma u dlibeton ket achan da'atachen u chatzeh chabonu modiachen. Ach modilun achan al-vajbita ket vadoch b'tayach ha'yuma u commemorate vadech u b'tcharech u hamzumach b'asdalim diane u b'tcharech minaviyah. إننا همش تخملن كد بس دخوانه كناشن أوديو همزومخ باست أطره اتفاته خيوته مشكاونا منيده وهيج ميلة خواله أني ميانا كد بغزايخ برايتي وكد أوديو تيه همزومة باسه أكلنا بقطالة وبرامة إنا خابات شكلت لي من خا فاميلي مو بشته كماشي كما يزيلي كتخا جروب ادلا خنانه لما تخانا معي با إن الزوز الجميلون روبا خجا إن باللبا جورا وشدون كي يلسود الإيراق كتابة crayons كجاشي ومتينو خا فيلم على الإنترنت أو فيسبوك و لبي شمطبر خادوتا كتخزيلي بدنا يلسودة كتخا كتابة يوفلن بيدا كلانا يالت يعني خير الياريخ خير الياريخ يعني كلان وبراك يالمار بيدا قشتيلا بحاتي مخ عميدا خدها براك خامن هيتن ليلك خاماشينا so وديو يوما إلو روبا مهم إنا جارك أودخ بشروبا كناشن كدبينا طعم يتايخ لخا خيان روبا راحت ومنشويخ ناشد جانا وأنا مسكينة قال لتلن وأبيلو نقال لتلنو خيلة لتلنو خاصة أخنا يبخ لخت لن freedom يبخ تلخا أتركت كوبت بيايخ كمسخ أودخ وقاشوك ناشد جانا خام دي فايلا بيشت خاخينا بدن share articles دانخ protest ونمو إنا كناشد جانا هيش قال لت هيش ميليتن so إتلان خرابة جورتا واجبويتا كناشد جانا يواترا قد أنا كان كبيرا لمينا إنا هما شمينا أنا خشمنا ناشد إيراكينا إنا the purest of Assyrians إنا مدرعة باسيما خطي خبان تانينا the English you know, today is a very important day in our history, and we come and we commemorate and we remember and we talk about all of these atrocities that have occurred to our people, but we forget our people today who are losing their lands, who are losing their homes. They don't need to be slaughtered to be displaced. I mentioned a video that I saw a couple of years ago. There was a group here in this area that collected money and sent to Assyrians, the kids, it was Christmas time, books, coloring books, and crayons. And the children were weeping with tears of happiness to have this. And I thought, man, my own children, if I gave them a box of 8 crayons and a coloring book, they'd be flipping through the page looking for a key to a car or something, right? And so, you know, we have a big responsibility to our people back home, and we sit in luxury, I do too, and we forget today. And it's important to commemorate today what is happening to our people. With that, I'm sorry, I always write stuff down because I talk too much, and here I am talking, so sorry. My name is Jason Portaverde. I'm a faculty member at California State University Stanislaus, as well as California State University down in San Diego. On behalf with my partner here, Ramika, of the Assyrian Faculty and Staff Association here at California State University Stanislaus, we again want to thank you guys for the opportunity as we are here today to honor Assyrian Martyrs Day. Today is a day of remembrance. We gather to honor those who lost their lives simply because they were Assyrian, because of their faith, and because they refused to abandon their identity. Their sacrifices are part of our shared history, and it is our responsibility to ensure their stories are never forgotten. As educators, we believe that remembrance is more than just looking back to the past. It is also a commitment to the future. By preserving our history, sharing our culture, and educating the next generation, we ensure that that legacy of our martyrs continues to live on. May we always honor their memory with unity, with service, and a renewed commitment to our people. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I would also like to start off by saying that I am deeply honored to stand before you today as we gather to commemorate Assyrian Martyrs Day. It is a privilege to stand with our community in remembrance of those whose sacrifices have shaped our history. My name is Ramika Govardizi-Badelu, and I am a graduation advisor at Stan State, but I am here today as the staff advisor to the Assyrian Faculty and Staff Association. We do more than remember names in our history today. We remember lives. We remember the fathers, the mothers, the daughters, the sons, the clergy, the scholars, and the innocent people whose lives were taken simply because of their Christian faith and because they were Syrian. Their voices may have been silenced, but their sacrifice continues to echo through generations. Despite genocide, persecution, displacement, and centuries of hardships, our language is still spoken. our faith remains steadfast, and our culture continues to endure. So like everybody has been saying, we must preserve our history. We must share it with truth and dignity, and ensure that those who follow and understand those sacrifices and the struggles that that people before us have endured. So Assyrian Martyrs Day is not only a time to remember those we have lost, but it's also an opportunity to reflect on the responsibility we share in preserving their legacy. We honor our martyrs by ensuring, like I mentioned earlier, the future generations understand both the hardships and the struggles we have gotten to. This evening, as we remember those who came before us, may we also reaffirm our unity and our hope for the future. May the courage of our martyrs continue to inspire us, because their sacrifices gave us the opportunity to continue telling our story. It is now our responsibility to ensure that that is not forgotten, and we're doing that by having events like these and everyone showing up today. So thank you all again.
أديب الطلبة من نارو خشابة مقروة خاصوهيتا كريثا الإقارة سهدم.
Natalie Khoshaba will present a hymn in memory of our martyrs.
طالب من شماشة جيمس إيشا باقد البيمة مقروخة مشوختة لقارة سهدة.
Deacon James Isha will now recite a poem in honor of our martyrs.
قشيش المقدسة وخنوات وخطوات ميقرة وتبي شاي خالداها بيما إلى دخران سميرة فرما سميرة أخلي جوبتا شوريدي بتشيطة تمتان ربا فرمان وسلخانة قومنا إن أتقارد تشيطة بتخزخ فرمت تقوم لجو هكاري أن بالبرماشوطة مقروارا دوخة تينا الأرمي وجو سلامس وصالح قلعة رابط سادة مقرورا يعني من أرمي غزوك يدوك لأني طينا متعشورات هالهمادا ورخصاين بولاقي لو أنه رخاتت يوني من يمتد قسمين هالهمادا ورخي عرفته 40,000 برماشوطة أخر مقروة 40,000 تشيطة مذكورة لا سميرك مقروة يجتمع شغل ما يناسب سميرة وقادر وعمل متواتر بدها سلطان السميرة تتلقى في خيتا رابع جاي بقري ثاني قاموا اخذوهم بس بالسميرة تنسون قاموا تنسون سهل الأرمي إيمن خيروات بطلوا أبطرس بطلة أنت برماشوطة تينا بطلة جورمي قاموا نبزيتوا باسا قاموا بس السميرة حقا تعرف تكتشي تلو خرابة سبطانة يواني نخل شارقيها اتنا شخت قارنا بد السميرة يا سميرة ليه والفزيخ بس بديخ أنا الشميلي بتشقيقخ من سلوتي أوهاتي قمهاقيلي أنا كمشي خايا بريلي ميم قدشكم عمديلي إناءات دم السهلخ بشلخ عملتا هد خضيلي يا سميرة ليوت بسآت يا سميرة ليوت بسآت جو تشقيتا مخرطة ومخيتا هي كان وبطر أرمي تلارخ متين البنيتا رايا اختوتاوا بشتت لا أرأو بيتا مصيل سلبي اللي هي يموت ونسويل الأمة مخريتا يا سمالة اليوم بندي نارك قتلت ملهيين قتل خاتم كل آخونا تخالف ماريرة حاقلنا ونيت أمتي خينة ميخا هاون شنت مرء الشنة عشوايا واليوم شوناي دخرانة بلبي بخامنة أمواتا كل زيفي وأنا بصيخة هتواتا بس أخنا بنونك يا أمتي كم زيخك بتانا خياتا لا بسيت للسميرة لا بسيت للسميرة دربا بقلبين وبربواطة زونا بس قاتل كتيويلة تبقى ترقة الكل أرخاتا دخرانك يا سميرة بلباواتا بتخامخرة كمت آتي شن ويومي كمت آتي شن ويومي هاو كل شاتا بخد التخلة ودربت قدية ممريرة مطيتة ضامت شاوخلة هي مصيانة أغني وقت هاو سنيانا المنخ السخلة يا سميرة لا ريباخخ وقد أخرن كل ضمآطا يا سميرة لا ريباخخ وقد أخرن كل ضمآطا سادنانك من يخينا يولوا غدا برسقاتا اديهم بالبقرة الجرتين وبمشمية كل خنواتا بطنان الأقاشوراية مرمخلا يسقلتاتا بسيم رابا هاي بسيم رابا نكمل جاتا
ربت زوني قماية يا أطبا شراية رب ربيعي طرف راما ممنونة قابل شترا قطينا وادا بنونا انسهدنا بلي غتلونا من ايدا ليدا بسبينا حروطة بمطيلة قطينا وادا بنونا انسهدنا بلي غتلونا من ايدا ليدا بسبينا حروطة بمطيلة ترايم كل فج شمية رشعر أبعاتي كل صيطة منه برمية بالطاير المعرواتي